Hi everyone, and this is the second video I'm making on writing abstract. So coming to the previous video, there we discussed about what are the components must be there in abstract of a research paper. So this is the second video that is on the abstract writing. So coming to the research paper that I have taken, this research paper published in Willy. So the title of the paper is Fasting Enhances Cold Stress. Fasting enhances cold stress, and in let me take color. Okay. So fasting enhances cold stress. No, not this one. Yeah, fasting enhances cold stress in fish through stimulating lipid catabolism and autophagy. Okay. So fasting enhances the resistance in fish by stimulating the lipid catabolism and autophagy. That means this lipid catabolism and autophagy making fish to survive in cold environment. So these two processes are helping or bringing resistance to the fish to overcome the cold conditions in its surroundings. Okay, coming to the abstract. So in previous video I said that abstract must have the motivation and purpose or objective, then methods, next that must have the results, and finally it must have the conclusion. Also we can add something, a novelty in our work also for this one, so we can give some originality or novelty that is there in our work in the final line of our abstract. Also we can write even sometimes the importance of this research area also, so that importance also is connected to the motivation only. So that's why I did not mention in our previous video. So sometimes so the context also comes in that this motivation only. So the context of our research work, and also the relevance of our research work also to the relevance of this work to the present world, that real world relevance also comes in this. So these are very important. So purpose and objective, that tells the research problem, and also that tells us the research gap that is there, that is existing in this field also. So these are the important points that we must see present in our abstract. So coming to this paper, in cold environments most homeothermic animals increase their food intake. So in cold conditions, the most homeothermic animals, they increase their food intake to supply more energy to maintain body temperature, whereas pyclotheric animals such as fishes decrease or even stop feeding under a cold stress. So this is the motivation for doing this work. So what is the motivation? See, homeothermic animals, they are taking much food, whereas these pyclotheric animals, they are not taking food at all. So that creating that is making us to do some kind of research work in the pyclothermic animals. So why animals they stop eating food, and how animals can survive even after stop eating food in cold conditions with respect to pyclothermic animals. That is very interesting us, so that motivates us to do some work with respect to these conditions. Okay. So however the physiological value of fasting during cold resistance in pyclothermic animals has not been explained. See, the objective of this work is, see, motivation is okay. So coming to objective, see the physiological value of fasting. So how this fasting is so important for these animals is not explained well. That is not explained well. So the objective of this work is, so they're trying to explain the physiological value of this fasting, and how this fasting is helping these pyclotheric animals to survive in cold conditions. So that is the objective of this research paper or the research work that they are done in this paper. So here we show that moderate fasting largely enhanced cold resistance in fish. So have they have written the results after the objective or the uh, the purpose of the work. So methods they did not mention here. So by using pharmacological and nutritional approaches in wild type or specific gene knockout zebrafish models. So they took some wild type animals and some gene knockout models. So they have taken this kind of these type of fishes for their study. So by using these by using these animals, so they found that the moderate fasting largely enhanced cold resistance in fish. This is their result. So fasting is they found that the fasting is helped the fish to survive in the moderate cold conditions. So that they have written in this spot. So next, coming to the next results. So we verified that fasting stimulated lipid catabolism and autophagy. So these are their results. So results they have written here. Next, moreover, suppression of the this mechanistic target of rapamycin pathway by using rapamycin mostly mimicked the beneficial effects of fasting in promoting cold resistance as their physiological phenotype or transcriptomic pattern. See, so completely they have explained the results in this section. And finally, however, these beneficial effects were largely reduced when the entire pathway uh, so see they mentioned completely the results in over here. So finally they write a conclusion from this that this fasting is helping the phycolotheric animals to survive, or this fasting helping the phycolotheric animals to increase their resistance to the cold environment. So that is the conclusion from this study they write in from this paper. So this is the way that we have to write the research paper. We must first spread the motivation. The motivation for this one is, see, homeothermic animals they take the food, but the phycothermic animals they don't take the food when they are exposed to the these cold conditions.